Hello, this is Macro and my day, unpacking the big picture and the beautiful game. I'm doing this video specifically for Enzo Fernández. Honestly, Fernández is a good midfielder. There's no doubt about that. I like that kind of player that has zeal. A player who does not accept defeat, until the last minute. This is one of the qualities that Enzo Fernández has. I like him for that. There are games when if Chelsea is losing, you'll see Enzo Fernández fighting very much, even becoming aggressive to the opponent. This is a quality that at the moment we will not be able to get in an era where players are even reluctant to play as men. But you come to ask yourself, why would a player playing for a club like Chelsea, be fighting every day, fighting the club, releasing some statement, trying to push from here and there, calling for a release to another club. First it was Real Madrid, but Real Madrid released a statement that they are not interested in signing the player. And there have been no contact between the player and the club, or the player or the club and to club. It died down. After that, it came up as the case between, Enzo Fernández and Manchester City. And to be honest with you, Manchester City is our rival. They are our rivals. This is something that we have to take. And I don't see a main player, our star, pushing so much to go to a club like Manchester City. We cannot be happy with him. That's one. Second, Chelsea released an ultimatum last week saying that they have given only 72 hours for any club interested in the player to submit the bid of 120 million. There's no bargain. There's no any kind of, arrangements. That 120 million pounds must be in cash. Manchester City allowed that time to elapse without making any contact or trying to even do anything. Now, after that period has ended, there are reports that Man City have not finished yet, despite signing the midfielder that Ayub, from Lille. There are still reports that Manchester City are not done with signing a midfielder, and that midfielder is Enzo Fernández. Days are running out. You remember when we signed Enzo Fernández, we signed him in the last hour of the transfer window. Chelsea are not ready to do that. At the moment, we are not ready to do that because Enzo Fernández is a very important player for Chelsea. You cannot be able to replace him in the last hour. Now, this is what they are doing. Man City, they are trying to play a game. They are trying to do a game of sabotage where they want to repeat what happened last season with Enzo Maresca. Maresca destabilized our season. He's the one who spoiled the season. And this is what they are trying to do with the Enzo Fernández. What I'm seeing is that Chelsea are not going to allow Enzo Fernández to go. He's on a contract, for 6 years. He's either between today and tomorrow, if Manchester City are not able to, to sign the player, then he will not leave on the last day. Already our relation with the Manchester City are completely scrambled. There's nothing actually between us again. So whatever we'll be doing an eye for an eye. The same to Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca cannot sign our player, unless he meets our demands. So honestly, the relations between Chelsea fans and Enzo Fernández have completely scrambled. And I don't understand what will happen, but we will see what happens.